Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Whitehouse Loft. I'm going to give a quick update. It's been a couple weeks. Not a lot going on. I will tell you this. I lost one of my white birds. I opened the door the other day and she flew out beside me. And I guess a hawk caught her because I have not seen her since. She was one of the birds that I had raised from last year, so I know she knows where to come back home to, because I flew her last year numerous times around the loft and down the road a few miles, so I know she knows where home is, so I believe a hawk did actually catch her. But it's what happens. You lose a few, of course. But she did have 2 eggs, but I took those 2 eggs and I put them up underneath another pigeon. Actually, this black hen here sitting in this second box. She was on her second round. Her first round up there at the top, as you can see, those babies, she's got a black and I think it's a blue bar with a little bit of white on its face. But she had 2 eggs the second round that was infertile. She'd laid them, there's about 5 or 6 days old, and I knew that they were infertile because I candled them. So I actually took the 2 from the white hen that I lost, and actually that is her mate sitting there in the middle on the bottom. I took those 2 eggs and then slid them up underneath her. She is right there, and as you can see, sitting on those eggs in that box. I'll go up here and show you her 2 babies from the first round. You see that's a black there, and then this one is gonna be a blue bar. It is gonna have some white on its back, as you can see, but mostly blue bar. And then of course the nestmate's black. I was hoping they'd both be black, but unfortunately I did get a blue bar of that one. There she is. She's sitting on, zoom out there, she is sitting on the 2 eggs, like I said. I do have 2 eggs in here. They are fertile. This baby here, the father's the only one left. He's feeding that baby. Like I said, the mother, she disappeared. She flew out and I guess a hawk got her. And up here I got 2 more eggs from the tiger grizzles. This will be their 3rd round of eggs. We'll go back here, step back here. This will be their 3rd round of eggs. The second round, I actually floated under another pair of pigeons on the other side, so hopefully they'll hatch. I do have 2 eggs down there that should be hatching soon. And then over in the corner, I got 2 eggs. If you remember, I had sand on the floor. Some people asked if I had dirt floors, but I didn't have sand on the floor. Actually, I've taken all the sand up now because, as you can see back there, it does get a little damp when it rains. We've had a lot of rain here in Western Kentucky. It seeps in up around underneath a concrete blocked wall. So I did take the sand up, but it is easier to scrape, which I do got to do some cleaning in the loft here, scraping it up, the droppings. But it did stay damp back there, so I didn't like that. So I did take the sand up. All right, we'll go over here. I'll show you what's going on this side. If you remember, this side here is where my blue bar, blue checks are, and some of my silvers. Some of them are on their 2nd round. Remember, I put some nest box fronts on there. I guess you would say some metal grates that I got at work. I do have to tighten some of them up. They have loosened up. I just zip tied them and it was working pretty good. Got to put some new newspaper down in some of them. I got 2 eggs over there in that corner, that red cockbird sitting on. They should hatch within any day now. Got several eggs in these nest boxes. They're waiting for me to feed them. As you can see, they want some food. But I got 2 eggs in that bowl there. That is a mealy or ash red, I guess you would call that cock. He's made it to a dark blue check, so hopefully they'll hatch. I'd like to see what happens with them. Their first round was infertile, and I did let them foster a baby on my first round from another set of birds, and he was a blue bar. Over here, I got this hen sitting on 2 eggs. Actually, she's sitting on 1 egg now. There was 2 eggs, but one of them was infertile, but the other one, it is fertile, so it should be hatching soon. I got 2 babies in here that just hatched. I think they're a couple days old. Let's see if I can get in here and show you. There you go. That's a mean mama. All right, there's 2 babies there. Got 2 eggs here. And this box you can't really see because it's dark over here, but that's where the tiger grizzle's eggs went to. I floated them over. Those 2 eggs that was in there, they were infertile, so I swapped them out. This baby here, he should be eating on his own, but he's been up here. I'm gonna put him down on the floor. If you remember, he was in this bowl here with one of the babies from the first round of the tiger grizzles, and that is a dun. And he's over here in the floor somewhere. I got several young birds. There he is, I think. Yeah, right there. That's him. See if I can zoom in where you can see him a little better. Actually, I think that's going to be a hen. I don't think that's a cock bird. I think that's a hen. So I'll probably wind up keeping her and using her as a breeder bird. That's a young bird right beside her, too. I think altogether I got about 8 or 10 young birds. Here is one right there. He's a young bird. And I think that's his nest mate right there. And then, of course, I got a couple young ones over there, like I said, with the tiger grizzle, one of their babies. And then I got several over here that should be hatching very soon. I did take a few eggs out. I threw a few eggs out because I didn't want so many birds. As you can see, I got a lot of breeders, and I'm going to be trying to do some selective breeding and getting rid of some of these birds. I got too many, really and truly. There's probably too many for this loft. The loft's 15 by 30, but I know it could probably hold a lot of birds, but I don't want to do any overcrowding, so I am going to get rid of some birds. Right there, that bird going there, he was my first baby from this year, if you remember. See if I can zoom in and if he'll stand still. He was my first round baby. He's looking real good. So I'll be trying to fly him. I don't know if I'll enter any races this year, but I'll at least loft fly him, some enjoyment for myself. That's another young bird right beside him, there in the back. So far, I think I mainly got blue bar and blue check young ones, with the exception of the dun, and of course that one there. And then I have one little red one. There he is right there. He's a young bird. But right now, that's all I have as far as young birds. I do have several eggs that should be hatching within a week, so that'll be good. It's been kind of cold here, and like I said, very rainy. So I did lose a few birds the first round. The second round, I've been trying to be a little more selective with parents. We got an open loft here, so there's probably some cross breeding with some cock birds jumping on some other hens that shouldn't be paired up too, but you know, that's how it goes. Now down here in the bottom, as you can see, I got a red, or a silver, I said a red, but a silver hen there. She's on 1 egg. It should be hatching. She's made it to a red. This bird up here, she's a blue splash. She was mated to a white cock bird that I had over on the other side, and last year they gave me a couple hens that was white with brown on them, and now this year they're actually bred, and they're both sitting on eggs right now. So here's another look at that little dun. Maybe you guys can take a look at it. I guess you would call that dun. It's almost like a silver on the video, but up close, if you got up close to it, you can tell it was more of a dun color. Either way, I like the color on it. That's the first time I've ever had one that turned out that color. So I'm gonna keep her and use her if it is a hen, but if it's a cock bird, I'll probably want to get rid of it because I got too many cock birds. I did ban her and then my other young ones from some bands I got from Toys this year. No, it's not the blue racing bands. I just got the red Homer pigeon bands. I'm sure they would work if I did try to race any birds, but But anyway, going back over here to the tiger grizzles and the whites. Here, let me, bear with me. I gotta open this door, keep them separated. As you remember, like I said, the tiger grizzles had 2 babies their first round. And then one of the babies I did float it over, which became the dun. But up here on the top, you look, this baby right here is their other one. And he's kind of a light gray. He's got some white markings in him. But what's weird is he looks a lot like this bird here. Now this bird is a bird that was given to me. He was banded by the Evansville Racing Pigeon Club. Someone found that bird and they wound up not wanting to keep him, so they gave him to me. And he's a great looking bird. I don't know a lot about him. I do know he's a couple years old. He is a cockbird, and he's mated to that white right there on the left. He's mated to her, and they got 2 eggs, so hopefully they'll hatch soon. But what's weird is he looks a lot like that baby. I don't think he jumped on my tiger grizzle there. He may have, but what is very strange, that baby did turn out to look a lot like him. And then I got that bird right there. That's the cockbird that lost his mate, but he's already paired up with this black and white splash hen. So I'm hoping that they'll turn me out some tiger grizzles as well. This bird, the black hen, I got her at the Young Bird Show in not Nashville, but in Louisville last year in October. I got her and another bird, so looking forward to maybe them breeding. She does have a racing band on. The guy that sold her to me, he said that he raced her in several races, but he didn't give me the results. He said he couldn't remember because he had so many birds where she placed at. But either way, I'm not going to race her. I'm just going to use her as one of my stock birds, so I'm fine with just how she is, and I don't have to necessarily worry about where she was at in the race. So, all right, I think that's all I have to talk about. I feel like I'm rambling on here. I just wanted to give a quick update. You know, some of you had asked me about the floor, like I said, and it was not dirt, it was sand. This is a concrete floor, and actually I can scrape it a little easier with the sand being gone. I got a big scraper that I bought, so hopefully that'll help. That little hen right there, she's actually mated to this bird, and hopefully they will hatch those 2 eggs off. Their first round was, well, one of the eggs was infertile and the other one actually froze. So that was her first round. She was a yearling from last year, but like I said, I think he's 2 years old, so hopefully I can get some good birds off him. All right, I think that's it. I just wanted to give a short update. This video's ran too long. If you got any questions on anything, feel free to shoot me down in the comments, questions, anything that you'd like, any other suggestions or anything you'd like to see in the future, just let me know. But other than that, just hit the like button, please share, and hit the little bell for notifications. Thanks, have a great day.